not necessarily back to Eastlake, okay? That's a program. It's different than what I would consider regionalization. Regionalization would say take your police, your fire departments, your dispatch center, and instead of having 23 of them, you're down to one. Or maybe you have a West End Fire District and Police District and an East End Fire District and Police District. You could take your service departments and regionalize those also. So where you have departments that you can regionalize and save money on people, on equipment, on the way it's run, that's what I consider regionalization. The stormwater thing was more of a program than something that's regionalized. I hope I've answered your question, but you have to understand that the stormwater program was just give us the money and then we'll decide what to do with it, or we'd rather have kept that money locally. Okay. That's a good question, thank you.
That's all for the questions now. Dave, you want to have like 2 minutes to sum up?
Okay, thank you very much again for inviting me here. As long as I've been mayor, I've been the type of person who supports candidates in issues that are good for the people, good for our city, good for our residents. I've supported Republicans, I supported Democrats, I've supported programs that are furnished by each one. I look at the candidate and I look at the issues and then decide what's best for the residents. That's the way I'm going to be as county commissioner. I have to file as either a Democrat or Republican because that's a requirement of the county position. But I want all of you to know that my interest is what's best for the citizens of Lake County. No campaign promises, but I'll tell you this, if you elect me, I will be the best commissioner that I can possibly be for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Janujewski. Okay, we're going to have just a few remarks here in closing. I believe that Tim O'Keefe is here and he left? Okay. He was going to comment on the Wolf East Lake School levy. As you leave the auditorium today, please pick up a straw poll ballot at the desk just outside the door. That straw poll ballot will allow you to vote for the candidates that you've listened to today in the various offices for which they are running. And there will be a Democrat ballot on the top of the straw poll sheet and a Republican ballot on the bottom. Now, since it's a primary, we're going to give you the privilege of voting both sides of the ballot today. So you've heard some of the Republican candidates, you've heard some of the Democrat candidates. So for the Democrat ballot, there are 2 county commissioner slots, one for Ted Janujewski and opposed by Judy Moran. And then there's the 2nd county commissioner spot, Daniel Tharp, who was supposed to be here today, running against Bob Awfuldish. And then Lake County Treasurer, we have 3 candidates, Lorraine Fendi, Christine Page, who is here today, and John Rogers. In the bottom half is the Republican ballot, Lake County Treasurer, Belinda Grassi versus Bob Patterson. Then for U.S. Senator from Ohio, there are actually 6 candidates running for Senator from Ohio on the Republican side, and if anybody can name all of them, I'd be surprised. I had to look them up. But they're on the sheet, and I need to comment further that Rusty Bliss, who spoke to us today, is on the ballot, but technically as a write-in candidate, so his name will not appear on the ballot, but there will be a write-in placed on the ballot, and you will see that on the straw poll ballot here today, that there's a write-in place. So if Rusty is your candidate of choice, then just fill his name in just like you would have to on the ballot on March 6th. And then for United States President, we didn't have any of the candidates here today. I think it was weather related. Either that or I didn't invite them. But the three, I accidentally omitted Ron Paul, so if anybody is a Ron Paul supporter, please forgive me. But the other three are on the ballot, and if you want to write in Ron Paul, that would be fine too. So would appreciate very much if you would take one of those straw poll ballots and complete that before you leave today. I believe most or all of the, most if not all of the candidates will be available afterward for a few minutes, so if you have any follow-up questions for them. Let's see. Next meeting, February 25th, 2 weeks, same place, and I hope that the overhead lights will work at that time. And, pardon me?
No snow.
And no snow. I don't know. I picked 2 dates so far this year, and those are the only 2 days I think that we've had snow. And so the next time you can expect snow is February 25th. We are planning State Central Committee candidates to be here. If you've been following at all the issues, on the Republican side at least, for State Central Committee, whether or not the battle is kind of more conservative versus more moderate, and we will be having some of those candidates here from the 18th District and from the 25th District. And we will also be doing a little bit of a presidential preview. So, and then one final announcement before we go. The Republican Party is hosting a Lincoln Day dinner on March 2nd, and the speaker, featured speaker is Rick Santorum. So if you're interested in participating in that, there's some sign-up sheets out in the lunchroom area there. So thank you very much, everyone, for your attendance today. Yes?
February the 25th, time?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. I apologize for this meeting being right in the middle of dinner hour, but we got bumped on our time on the auditorium, and I didn't think that through well enough. So 7 o'clock on the 25th. All right, anybody else have any other quick announcements?
It's going to be here. The other column's gonna
Yes, it is here. It is here. Okay. Any other? I don't see any hands up, but I might not see them either, so. Okay. All right, well, thank you very much. There are some refreshments outside. Please avail yourselves of those, and if you would, please fill out that straw poll ballot and leave it on the table when it's completed before you leave. Thank you very much.